Hello, Miss Brandon. Pleased to meet you.
This is another New Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper. What's up, homie?
Chilling.
Where you been, man? Where you been, man?
I've been doing my fatherly duties and taking care of my son, living life, breathing, like doing my best to be a good human being to everybody I know and just living, brother. That's about it.
Okay, so what we chopping about today is the Israelites responded to your video.
Yes, sir.
They say that you're running and you're incapable intellectually to deal with them on a scriptural level any day and any time. So what's your response?
Okay, well, I think they could be like going for like the whole I'm blonde thing when they're going for like the whole intellectual tidbit. I mean, obviously I'm articulate, so therefore I'm educated, self-educated, mind you. If they wish to conduct a debate, like, and say that see right there, so that just proves my point. In the video that I made, or that we made, pardon me. Right. I said nothing derogatory.
You sure didn't.
I mean, I only, sir, spoke on about how I was confronted with hostility, there's obviously prejudice, etc., etc. And even then, they're stating in a hostile manner that I cannot compete intellectually or even scripturally. When we were last here, they preached about how the book has been tainted. But they preach from the book. They admitted it on that video that this book that they're preaching from is tainted, but yet they still preach from it. If they were preaching the truth, they preach from the Torah. The Torah.
Say that again.
They would be preaching from the Torah.
Well, they say Hebrew is not important.
No. The original Torah. The book that is the original Old Testament before it was mistranslated, torn apart, reconstructed. That is the original truth.
Okay.
I'm sorry, the King James Version, quote unquote, well, it literally has this disclaimer on the side of it, is his version.
Right.
It is not the original. It is not the full truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Okay.
So, if they, right then and there, guys, they're preaching from a book that they even say themselves is tainted, but yet I am telling them to go read the Torah, the original text.
No, and they want to stay in the Apocrypha and stay within the 66 books.
Oh, okay.
Because it's English.
That's the thing, man. You got to go to the original Hebrew because there are pictographs that tell a second part of the book itself.
But they say Zephaniah 3 and 9 ain't got nothing to do with reading it in Hebrew.
Well, actually, sir, that's the thing, because in Hebrew, the pictograph itself is also an additional meaning. Meaning, when you read it in Hebrew with the pictograph with it, there is more than just one thing that each verse is saying.
Now, is the German word God in the original Hebrew language?
No.
Right. We went through that last time.
Yes, sir.
Right.
We confirmed this.
Right. But they say they don't worship the white man's God. But they actually do.
That's what I mean. It's the disillusion.
That's right. So now, when would you like to meet them at the camp again?
At the where, sir?
At their camp where y'all had y'all last discussion right up the street here.
Oh, well, actually, sir, when you asked me if I'd be willing to do a debate,
right?
Well, of course,
because I think they're actually afraid to come into a controlled environment where I would moderate it.
Right, where there is no I try to speak and then it's
right.
That's not a debate. Right. That's I'm going to speak over you so that other people can't listen, cannot make up their own minds, cannot see, cannot be here.
That's a Gestapo interrogation.
Exactly. Right. That's not equality. Even then, but then again, they're Jews and I'm from the devil, so.
Right, that's what they say you are, the devil.
Right. I'm sorry, like.
I don't even think you got that much power.
Dude, I don't. I mean, crying out loud, I am just a Caucasian dad. Like,
I'm not going to give you that much power.
I mean, to be honest, when they first said it, I giggled inside just because I was like, okay, if you really believe that I am like, because the adversary, mind you, think about this, to them, was the highest ranking angel in all of God's countless
Who was
armies
in where? In heaven.
Yeah.
How the hell this double white man get into heaven?
Exactly. Thank you.
Now, was the devil here before man?
Was the devil here before man?
Before Adam.
Before Adam.
Of course.
Well, I was going to say yes.
Of course.
Yes.
So
it speaks to
so
them
inadvertently, they're saying that you were here before them.
Yes.
And they don't even realize the shit.
Right. And they're talking about that I cannot adhere to them on an
I can't give you that much power.
That's
that they gave you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're gonna say that I am from the highest, I am born, I am birthed.
And you had enough power to lead God's angels against them.
Oh yes, I'm able to deceive and manipulate and, you know, lie and yet. No.
Now, you remember last time?
I do, sir.
You remember last time I said I don't believe in God or the devil.
I do, sir.
But I do believe that white people can be my enemy. Facts.
Oh,
and
yes.
you said I got some white people that's my enemy.
Yes.
Right. Facts.
That's what I'm saying. Facts. Like any man on earth who confronts me in a manner to take my life or to bring me harm is considered an enemy. In their book, it says, for as men, the Jews, implying I am a Jew too, I am commanded to do this.
You a what? You a Jew too?
Messianic Jew.
They say you not a Jew.
Well, that's the thing. From the dawn of time, when the Jews spread across the world, things happen. You know, people marry.
Admixtures. Admixtures.
Admixtures.
Sure you can.
Did you say that Jews said that you were a devil, or did I misunderstand?
Yeah, the future world of Israel said that I am born from the devil.
The Nation of Islam teaches that he's the devil. This man couldn't possibly have that much power. Look at he's smoking a cigarette, right? He has been enslaved by white rich tobacco companies. But you gave him power that he don't have.
Yeah, I got power over the earth because he has dominion over the earth. So I got power over the earth. All right, so let me do some storm management real quick. Let lightning, thunder, storm. Well,
that's not going to happen.
Sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm not of the devil. I am of flesh and blood. I am firstborn of my parents, which decrees in their book that God claimed all the firstborns as his.
Do you believe that he's the devil?
Yes.
There you go. He says you're the devil.
Oh.
Do you believe he's God?
Absolutely not.
According to Isaiah, we are all God's children of the Most High God.
Exactly, and that's what I was saying when I.
So is he God also?
Yes.
He's God also.
He's not God. He is a God.
So you saying he the devil God?
God. She is a
I'm
God.
not a God. I'm not a God. I'm not God or the devil. I'm a human.
So that's up to you. But the Bible says you are God's children of the Most High God if you accept that. But they don't say women because women are godless. That has to do with what you were saying earlier about the English translation of the Bible, how they got words in the wrong place about it.
The word God has nothing to do with the Hebrew text.
Literally, in the Torah, God is described as a force in the universe.
Oh, well, they have another word for Elohim.
But the word Elohim has nothing to do with the German native culture. You can't mix them both together.
Well, that's what Martin Luther did.
Martin Luther?
Yeah, not Martin Luther.
No, the Codex Argentis was by a bishop named Wyclifus.
Yeah.
Right?
Dog is God backwards, and back God is back. Hold on.
The German deity Gott is not a dog.
Huh?
It's not even a male or a female. It's a genderless spirit.
It's just an entity.
I know that.
So how could you make Allah a he? How could you make it a he now?
Hold on. You don't give a person time to finish what they are saying. It's good that you have your opinion, but you should give somebody else time to complete
Okay, now explain that to me. You got all the time in the world.
God now is the accepted word. I understand when you're saying Gauss and all of that, which means God, the high God, and all that. But God is there accepted in the German language due mostly to Martin Luther.
Keep going.
When he did, I got to go, bro. But I was listening to what y'all saying. Was one thing I recommend for you. Try to get a book called.
Okay, we wait the next week.
By the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. It's called.
Okay, I call you back
to the Black Man in America.
See the video.
Okay.
Message to the Black Man in America. That explain who you are, who I am, who he is.
No, it's not going to explain who I am because it cannot explain who I am. Now, that book teaches that you are the devil. And let me ask you a question. Are you biracial?
Huh?
Do you have white genes or blood inside of you? You don't.
No.
So if the white man is the devil and the black man is God, but if he's a half original man mixed with white blood, how do he get the devil out of him?
Bronzing agents, I guess?
No, I'm talking about it's in his genetics.
No.
If it's an admixture between white and black, and if the black man is God and the white man is the devil, how do you separate the devil from somebody who's genetically mixed with both people.
Blood makes them. People see me, they think that they think that I'm mixed because my daddy was an albino. He was a black. People in this
was Farad Muhammad half white?
But my father was almost this man's color, except for he didn't have the pink.
I know what albinos are,
I'm
but
an albino.
Yeah, I know
this is an albino white man.
What you call
exactly.
Right, they got albino
white man.
You're an extra white man.
Yeah.
So that makes you double the devil according to him.
Yeah, I am Casper the friendly ghost.
See, my father was a black albino, and I have 2 albino nieces.
So that means y'all are the same family then? That's your family.
That's a different because Elijah Muhammad teaches.
Genetics, dude.
No, he teaches you that has to do with your nature. I got it run, man. I got it run.
All right.
He's the child of an albino black. You're an albino white. But y'all not brothers, he said.
Hey, man, that's the thing. The recessive gene came from one parent, and it spread. So therefore, the bloodlines have been interceded somewhere along the way.
Right. So again, if we go by what he said, how do we separate the white devil from the black god if they are admixture? And does that make any sense?
Well, 1, you can't separate it, and 2, no, it doesn't make any sense. Enough said.
Because God is a German deity that's neither male nor female. But Allah is a he. And Yahweh is a what? A he.
A he, yeah.
And Yahshua is also a what?
A he.
So how could it be God at the same time?
Exactly. That's where they got that word from. Right? That's why whenever I spoke to the future world of Israel, I said, I appreciate that you guys are out. That's what I said. I walked up to them in love. I stuck out my hand in praise for what they were doing. And because I was like, you're talking about Ahaya, which is the name of God. He who is I am.
Not the name of God.
No, exactly. Not God.
But the
That's
Hebrew,
a title.
But the Hebrew deity.
The Hebrew, yeah. Ahaya, his name. He said, on Mount Sinai, he gave his name to the people. And even King Solomon asked, who knows the name of God? Can anyone tell me?
Okay.
And only one could speak up.
Let's switch it up. Let's talk about the Trump election.
Okay.
What do you think? Did God have something to do, or the Creator have something to do with the election? Is the Creator's hand in the affairs of men?
Of all things.
Okay, so if the Trump supporters prayed to the Creator that he win, and the Hillary supporters prayed to the Creator that she win, who prayers got answered?
Well, the thing is, God answers all prayers, even if it's yes, no, or wait. So either way...
Well, no is an answer.
Exactly. So either way,
so who did he say yes to?
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you were to, to the people who are hoping for Trump, then that's just a perspective of yes. To the people who are voting for Hillary, that's a perspective of no. But the thing is... But
there is one president.
There is one president, so every person who prayed was given an answer regardless.
Trump was the answer.
That was the answer. I mean...
Huh?
Fuck Trump.
He's mad at Trump.
I noticed. Apparently a lot of people are too.
A lot of people mad at Trump.
That's
especially the people that's protesting on the highway.
Yeah.
And they want to change the electoral college on the highway.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Like, how do you do that?
Shit, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure, man. I mean, that's just the mass of the people. And they talked about the nation of the people. They,
Let's be honest. How do you feel about Trump?
How do I feel about Trump?
You can be honest. This is the show where we be honest at.
Okay.
And we allow white people to speak their mind freely, because we don't want the sugar-coated shit. We want the real you.
Yeah, exactly, because that's the way I am, dude. I'm real about everything.
Islam.
I'm going to tell you about Trump. Fuck him. That's how I feel. No cut card.
Okay.
So, if you want a cut card, I'll be like, oh, Trump the man. He going to do what he say he going to do. But me, fuck him.
Okay.
Cutting everything for us any damn way. Taking food stamps. He going to take welfare and all that shit from people that, don't get.
But if people got God, why do they need government to feed them?
True indeed. Then you're right about that. But the thing is, though, you got to wait on his time.
See, we'll be starving then.
True indeed.
Because power is at the end of your...
At the end of your hand.
Right.
Yes. So I said, fuck Trump.
So you got to put something to the plow.
Yeah.
Right?
But God also said, have faith. He said, you do not see the sparrow, for they do not toil, for I take care of them. But if you believe that
But how do you feel about Trump?
Okay, well,
let's not forget that.
Yeah, no, yeah, we're getting back to that. Like, how I feel about Trump, like, honestly,
man,
from a business perspective, all right? Because look, I'm the kind of person, I try to think outside the box from multiple perspectives, multiple point of views, you know, just to try to see everything in its full view. Trump as a businessman could possibly help America economically. When it comes to like international affairs, like world's affairs and stuff like that, I have very little faith.
Okay. Go ahead.
But all I can do is say, Ahaya, I walk through this earth, I walk upon this earth every day, knowing that your hand is in all things. So regardless of what happens, it's by with your will, for your purpose, for your plan, for your greater good.
But this is what I want to tell at least the racist white people.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, I got you.
That racism is really a mask to cover up classism among people.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, the rich white people that really run this shit, that use the rhetoric of racism to galvanize poor whites, they got classism because they don't share their wealth with the poor whites.
Exactly.
But the poor whites buy into that narrative.
Well, I wouldn't say like all. I would say that's also a form of perspective as well. Because I am a poor white man, and I have no prejudice in me whatsoever. I lived on South Side.
You know what I mean by buying into that narrative? They buy into the narrative that there is a connection between rich whites and poor whites.
Yeah.
And those rich whites is going to take care of their fucking families, right? They're not really going to trickle down no money to a poor white man such as you.
Oh, no, they don't.
Right. So what I mean by the poor whites buy into that narrative, right? And maybe at the end of this 4 years, they'll realize that they've been duped.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like, if someone were to study world history and politics and...
We know they never solved the problem of poor whites. Never.
Never.
Right. So what's the point of buying into it?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't ever buy into it. The reason being is because I am on an intellectual standing where I can see through the BS and I don't fall for it.
Okay.
Like they say, do not be deceived by anyone yet whatsoever. Like what they were saying, you know,
So do you agree with Trump on deporting Muslims?
On deporting Muslims?
And Mexicans?
No. I mean, because like...
But if you snuck into the country, he may have a point.
Well, I mean,
but if you actually was born here and you got a birth certificate...
If you're a citizen, you have a right to be here. That's all I got to say. Like, if you're a citizen, you have a right to be here. But also, we got to remember what America was really basically founded upon. Like, what does the Statue of Liberty even represent? Why do we have this iconic statue sitting in our ocean floor when it says on the placard, bring me your sick, bring me your poor, like, bring me your needy? You know, like, this is a country that's supposed to be diverse. It's supposed to have everyone.
While that statue stood, there were slaves working in the field.
Yeah, I'm saying, but
so that's hypocrisy too.
To an extent, yeah.
No. No, it's hypocrisy.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. If they're talking about bring us your book, it's like Irish
because there was an original Statue of Liberty that was opted out, and this new one was brought in.
Yes.
You know about that?
Yes.
I read about that in a book called Power, Faith, and Fantasy by Michael Oren.
That name rings a bell.
Yeah.
That name rings a bell.
Right.
No, because I do know about the original statue, and then it was replaced. Yeah, I do know about that.
It was a black woman at first.
Yes.
And racism opted that out.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Like,
so that's my point.
Right there. Yeah.
I see through the bullshit too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's everywhere, but it's not just focused. You gotta think about it, because like the word slave itself comes from Slav.
Right.
Yugoslavia. Like, when you go back to the world's history, to the furthest that we can ever look back at,
and
Caucasians were the first slaves, like Irish slaves, like shit like that.
We were enslaved. We're not slaves.
Exactly. Everyone on Earth.
No. Blacks are mostly written about as slaves.
Yes.
But that language needs to be corrected.
Yes,
we were humans that were enslaved.
Yes. And I agree. I believe that has happened to every people.
The Slavic people chose to call themselves Slavs.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
They actually like the word.
Well, that's the thing. Like it's also a representation of where they came from Yugoslavia.
Yeah,
you know?
they actually like the word.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, they had to, considering the situation that they were enslaved into, they had to find some type of coping mechanism one way or another, man. I mean, it's natural, human, psychological, whatever, to endure, to be resilient to whatever you endure, but then also prosper and progress and then keep going. Like, but that's why I don't understand, like, I don't understand prejudice. I don't understand racism.
And what do you think about Trump's wife? Since everybody is so anti-communist or anti-Russia, could you think that his wife is a double agent? If she was a double agent, she's got pretty close to the White House, hasn't she?
Well, if she were a double agent, yeah, she got, well, that's the thing, like, if she's a double agent
she's
and she
inside.
got to the presidency, then she succeeded in her mission, if that is the case, which I honestly cannot say I do know entirely.
Right.
So.
We can't, but it would be fucked up. She would be right in the bed with the what? With the president.
Exactly. Like, right there next to every single extreme intimate secret that the United States has, period.
Because he gonna tell it to her.
Oh, yeah. I mean, pillow talk.
Pillow talk.
Enough said, pillow talk.
That's right. After she give him the Russian head job. The Russian head job she got.
Dude.
I heard she got the best side. I heard she had the best head on this side of the Atlantic.
Well, practice makes perfect.
This has been another New Black World Order TV Productions. Chopper.
Pleased to meet you, brother.